So in this video we will be studying about the interval. Actually interval, this is designated by writing the start and end points as an ordered pair. Okay. So in this video, we will be studying about the different types of intervals too. Like we have open interval, we have closed interval, we have semi-open interval, which is also known as half open and half closed interval. Okay, when we consider the first type, that is open interval, this is an open interval. See, you have the round brackets here. So just to memorize it, you consider two open brackets which are very close. It looks like an O. So the round brackets is used to represent the open interval. So this is an open interval. It means it includes all the numbers between A and B, but it doesn't include this endpoints or the limits. So to represent this, I will consider a number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here I'll consider -1, -2, -3. So if I consider an example like 2 to 5, it includes all the numbers between 2 and 5, but it doesn't include 2 and 5. So to represent that, it means we have 3 and 4. So 3 and 4, I'll represent it with a thick line. Okay, but 2 is not included. 2 is not included. So I will use an open circle here. I will use an open circle. But if 2 and 5 were included, I would have used the filled in circle to represent that even 2 and 5 are included in that. So since these are not included, I'll be using open circle. So you have open circle, filled in circle and a thick line to represent the numbers which are represented, that is in this interval. So this is an open interval. This is the interval notation. A comma B, this is interval notation. How will you write the inequality description? So inequality description, I can write this as x is less than b, x is greater than b. So this one will be your inequality description. Set builder notation. Set builder notation will be like this. In some books you can also find this instead of colon, backslash. So this will be your set builder notation. So this is the inequality description, set builder notation. This is the interval notation, and I also showed you like how to represent it on the number line. Okay, so this will be the thick line, and here we will have open circle to tell that 2 and 5 are not included. Next comes closed interval. Closed interval, to represent this, we use square brackets. See, just to memorize it, remember when two square brackets come close together, it looks like a closed box, right? So just remember, square brackets are used to represent the closed interval. So this is the closed interval, A comma B. In closed interval, all the numbers between A and B, that are end points, okay, between the end points, they are included, and even the end points will be included. So 2 comma 5, if I consider, all the numbers between 2 and 5, that is like 3, 4, and even the end points will be included. So to represent it, so this will be your interval notation. Okay, this will be your interval notation. On number line, you have 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have a thick line to represent the numbers. And since 2 and 5 that the endpoints are represented, I'll be representing it with a closed circle. Closed circle. Okay. So thick line and a closed circle. So this is the number line or the graph representation. Next you have inequality description. How will you write the inequality description for the closed interval? So you know x is less than b as x is greater than a, but even a and b are included. A and b are included. So I will write it like this. X is greater than or equal to a and less than or equal to b. So set builder notation, it will be like this. So this is all about the closed interval. So open interval, closed interval. When you see this, you can also see, okay, we have a round bracket on one side and square bracket on another side. Why? This is called as half open, half closed interval. Half open, half closed interval. This is also called as semi-open interval. Semi-open interval means it will be open on one side, it will be closed on another side. Okay. So consider the third type, that is semi-open interval now. If I consider 2 and 5. So if I consider a number line 2, 3, 4, 5. So it includes the numbers between 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that is I'm representing it with a thick line. I'm including 5. You know, square bracket means I'm including that number. So this will be with filled in circle. And 2, this is an open bracket, means it will be open. So open circle. So this is the number line notation. This is your interval notation, number line notation. Inequality description will be like this. X is greater than 2 and it is less than or equal to 5. So in terms of A and B, I can write like this. This one will be your inequality description. And set builder notation, it will be X so not only X greater than A, less than or equal to B, you can have this also. X which is greater than or equal to A, less than B. So here what happens, it will be closed on this side and open on this side. So if I consider a number line 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will include all the numbers between 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is closed here and it is open here. So it is including 2 but it doesn't include the number 5. Okay, so this is the semi-open interval. So if I consider infinity and minus infinity. See, infinity minus infinity, obviously it is unbounded. That means it can be extending to minus infinity. That is indefinitely it can extend here or it can indefinitely extend till infinity. Right? This is unbounded. And since this is not a number, because we do not know where it is going to end, we cannot use the square bracket with infinity. So if you are going to write like this, it's wrong. Okay? We have to use the open brackets with infinity and minus infinity since they are not numbers, because it can extend up to infinity. For example, I can consider x greater than or equal to 3. That means I am including 3, okay, and it can go on till infinity. So this will be a thick line which is extending till infinity, but it is including 3. Okay, so this can also be written as 3 and infinity. Since 3 is included, I will use the square bracket, but here I have to use the open bracket because we do not know where it is going to end. If I consider x less than or equal to 3, that time what happens? It's from minus infinity, right? Here minus infinity, this one will be your 3. So 3 will be included, but this is a thick one, thick line which is extending till minus infinity. So this can be written in the interval notation as minus infinity 3. Since this is not a number, you have to use the open bracket and 3 it is equal, right? So this is the closed one. Since it is included, I can use the square bracket. So it can be open also. X greater than 3, x less than 3. So 3, okay, if this is not included, so x greater than 3, where the number 3 is not included, so this one will be open circle. Okay, in interval notation, it can be written as 3 and infinity. So it's open interval. This is 3 and it is extending till minus infinity. Okay, so this can be written as minus infinity and 3. This is also an open interval. Okay. You can have more than one interval also. Like I will show you. X less than or equal to 2, x greater than 3. So if you are going to write like this, this is wrong. Okay, because it cannot be less than or equal to 2 and it cannot be greater than 3 at the same time. Okay, so it should be x less than or equal to 2 union x greater than 3, right? So if you consider the number line 2, 3, 4, 1, 0. So less than or equal to 2 means it is going till minus infinity. This is included, but here 3 is not included. This is an open circle and it goes on till infinity. Okay, so this is included, this is not included. So this can be written as minus infinity. Since 2 is included, I can use the square bracket union. 3 is not included, so open bracket 3 infinity. So this one will be your interval notation when you have more than one interval. So in this video, we studied about 3 types of intervals: open interval, closed interval and the semi-open interval, which is also known as half filled, that is half open, half closed interval. Okay, then we studied about like infinity and minus infinity. We cannot use the square brackets with infinity and minus infinity because we do not know where it is going to end. So better use the open bracket for infinity and minus infinity. And more than one interval, we just got to know that we are going to use this union because here x less than or equal to 2, x greater than 3, we cannot have the two values for x at the same time, right?